class, welcome to our social emotional counseling course today. What we're going to be focusing on are ACEs, or ACEs. Those are adverse childhood experiences. Those could really range from a lot of things, but these are the kinds of experiences that can impact children in very negative ways. These experiences could range from childhood separation of a parent or loved one, death in the family, living with substance abuse, living with criminal behavior, physical, emotional, sexual abuse. These are the kinds of behaviors that, or experiences I should say, that can really negatively impact our children. Cyrus and Hall note that if our students aren't in the learning mode, then they simply will not learn. ACEs get in the way of our children's ability to learn. So it can be very, very difficult to manage a classroom and to also ensure that our children are learning everything content-wise that is so important for state standardized testing. So before our children are even capable of learning anything, we have to address their safety needs as well as their mental and emotional security. Students coping with trauma are definitely not in the learning mode. We must first ensure that they're in this safe place that I mentioned prior. It's our responsibility to team with other educators to put interventions into place and to ensure that follow-through happens with those interventions. There's a close relationship between ACEs and health complications later in life. That's probably why it's doubly important to ensure that we take care of these problems as they arise, as they manifest in our classroom, because these do have long-term ramifications for the health, safety, and welfare of our most vulnerable population, children. Obesity, truancy, inability to complete work, drug addiction, teenage pregnancy, incarceration, these are just some of the things associated with ACEs and children suffering from trauma. It's very unfortunate, but these children oftentimes have a life expectancy that's 20 years lower than their peers who have not been impacted by ACEs. So though it has a nice acronym, this is something that's very, very serious and impacting all of our classrooms. We treat symptoms with best practices: nutrition, home visits, mental health counseling, holistic interventions, and medication when necessary are the tools that we can use as educators. As noted by Nadine Burke-Harris, the higher your ACE score, the more likely you are to be impacted by any of the things that I just mentioned. So what can we do about ACEs? Well, as I previously stated, safe and stable nurturing of relationships environments will have the most powerful impact in creating those relationships where children can feel trust and feel wanted, where they can actually let their guard down and come into a space ready to learn. I hope you've learned a little something about ACEs today, adverse childhood experiences, and I hope we can do something to help our kids. Thank you very much.